The FEMA lady making an outrageous announcement here today. Remember this lady, Marnie Washington? She's the FEMA official who allegedly told workers to avoid Florida homes that had Trump signs on them. Well, she just admitted it. I mean, it's a little more nuanced than that, because the scary thing is, she's sort of saying that the order came from the top. That they were warning them that Trump folks were somehow potentially violent and you could run into these incursions. And so instead of actually getting into that, you should just avoid houses with Trump signs. I mean, wow, I got to play you this. This is pretty darn startling. This is Marnie Washington speaking with Roland Martins on his podcast. Let's listen in.
Stating that I was fired. They all alleged that these actions were made on my own recognizances and that it was for my own political advances. However, if you look at the record, there is what we call a community trend. And unfortunately, it just so happened that the political hostility that was encountered by my team, and I was on two different teams during this deployment, they just so happened to have the Trump campaign signage. FEMA always preaches avoidance first and then de-escalation. So this is not isolated. This is a colossal event of avoidance, not just in the state of Florida, but you will find avoidance in the Carolinas. Senior leadership will lie to you and tell you that they do not know. But if you ask the DSA crew leads and specialists what they are experiencing in the field, they will tell you. Demand for FEMA to give you those incident reports.
I think we need them. Because what she effectively just said was it wasn't just happening in Florida. It was happening in North Carolina as well. And that it wasn't just her, but this was the MO. Basically, the real risk here, and this is what we need to find out, is if in fact the order was coming from up on high in the administration, and they were actually ignoring the homes that had Trump signs under the pretense that somehow these people were going to be violent or difficult, etc., because they had gotten some isolated reports of challenges that maybe they kind of walked up the food chain a little too much, then we got a problem, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we talk about retribution. We don't want retribution. But heck, that's not okay. We need to heal from all this. We need to understand people are people and we love our neighbor. And FEMA cannot be deciding who to help and who not to help. I mean, I wouldn't be terribly surprised, dare I say, because remember how Kamala Harris told us that we really need to think about women and minorities in times of environmental disasters. And don't forget Stephen Miller, who is now the deputy chief there of policy in the White House, soon to be, he had an America First legal fund that was going out trying to help farmers, for example, because they were getting relief if they were black, if they were minority, ahead of everyone else. And that's frankly not constitutional. So this is a big deal. What I love about it is the opportunity for us to go back to basics, for us to go back to what matters. Get rid of the DEI stuff. For goodness sakes, Boeing just disassembled its entire DEI department. Smart, considering the planes were falling out of the darn skies. Get rid of it all. Go back to being the meritocracy that has made us great. We're going to do it. I know we're going to do it. It's why it's important to invest right now. Very, very important to invest right now.